Hey everybody, welcome again to Sirens Vlog. This is Jonna.
And I'm Amanda.
And today we're going to be talking a little bit about the Ghost Box, or the Frank's Box, however you know it. Was created by Frank Sumption. And it starts off with white noise generator, and it's kind of fed through different voltage circuits. And it's linked to the AM radio receiver, which kind of you know, reacts to a specific spot on the radio dial, and it's, you know, in 80s and the 90s, it's, you know, common to that kind of radio receiver.
And then different radio stations kind of get tuned in for like a few nanoseconds as it goes through, and then you'll just get a lot of the static in between, and this creates enough white noise that ghosts are able to speak through it. And as you go through, you're going to hear, you know, the radio stations tuning in and out. So you almost have to listen to the silence in between the stations and into that static, and that's where you're going to pick it up. And then there's newer versions of the boxes,
like the PSB7.
Ooh. And this is the one we use, and we absolutely adore it. And this one actually has an option where they call it a sweep.
Yes.
Where you can go through AM and FM stations. We prefer going through the AM stations, especially where we're up at. There's not a lot of AM traffic. So that one, I think, probably depends on where you're located as to whether or not AM or FM is going to have more traffic on it. We've gotten some really wonderful results using our Frank's Box.
It started playing on its own. Do you see how I'm holding this? Here's how I'm holding this. It just started to play on its own. I did not touch that. It needs to be changed. Let me grab this other one. Weird.
But how this works is that this particular box does have an off-on switch. You turn it on, and then you're going to see that there is a button that says sweep, and you'll just press and hold that. I think it's about for 3 seconds, and then it'll automatically start to cycle through. And you kind of got to get some practice with a Ghost Box. Yeah,
because you need to be able to know, well, that could be the radio station if you're sweeping and you're getting the little sounds.
That's radio.
Yes.
Versus having full words or having functional speech. That's possibly a spirit. But you also have to make sure that your Ghost Box did not stop on a station, because sometimes they will do that as you cycle through.
Yes. This one in particular, we've not had that happen to, but a lot of the older ones actually tend to stop.
They're the ones that are affectionately known as,
especially, honestly, yes, the Hack Shack box. You're going to tell me your name? Very, very good, but you can actually, this particular one, you can plug your headphones in, or you actually have a sprout that you can record onto the computer from. So. And
also, one of the really neat features is that we love with this box is we can actually hook up like MP3 speakers into it.
Yes.
And so it will broadcast into the MP3 speakers instead of through the speaker on the box, so you can vary the volume, so that way you can really, you know, start catching stuff.
Right, because some of these boxes, when you do hear them and you turn them on and they're flipping through, you know, they're kind of quiet. I mean, in the, you know, sometimes though when you're in the dark it seems louder than it is, but it just depends on, you know, what your situation is that you're investigating.
When you're outside, out of doors, it's really nice to have that opportunity to really turn that volume up, so that way you can spread out a little bit and, you know, still be able to hear what the Ghost Box is saying, but keep on with other portions of the investigation as it goes on.
Yes. So
that's the Ghost Box. We got ours off from eBay.
Is this not that particular one?
Not that particular one, but you can get them off from eBay. You can do, you know, the self-created Hack Shack boxes if you guys are kind of really like strained for a budget.
Yes, because a lot of them you can buy for $25. You unscrew the back. There's a tab on the inside. Once you flip it over, there's a little tab, and it'll say mute by it. You just bend it down, and you can snap it off and
put it back together. And so yeah, there's plenty of different ways for you guys to get a hold of them. Some of them have light up screens or different little doodads on them. So.
Now, one of the things that most people, like to talk about is the Ovilus. That's different than this box. This box, yes, it sweeps through, and you can hear real time what's going on as far as spirits go. But the Ovilus, it will actually use that to manipulate it into words.
The Ovilus is basically like a mini computer, and it has a database of words in it, and the spirits can manipulate the frequency, and that will kind of sort through and select the words. This is just strict frequency and what's coming off from it. So it's very, very different, and you can use them in conjunction with each other,
Yes.
but we've never gotten the chance to use an Ovilus. We like our Hack Shack, or we like our Ghost box. We had an old Hack Shack box that we used too, and they still work just as well as the $200, $300, $400 pieces of equipment that you can get.
Right. And actually some of the most interesting voices we've caught have been on that when we went to Drunken Monkey, and you guys can look at the video on that and on our YouTube site here, but it said that it has effed me up when I felt like I was choking. When I asked it was choking, it said nope. So, it's responses like that make things useful. We also got one at a client's home where her brother had passed away, and he actually told her that he loved her. And so, yeah.
They do work. I mean, you can, like Donna said, you can check the YouTube. You can see us actually using the box on there. I really wish the batteries were working.
I know.
That would be really kind of nice to show you guys how our box works. But like we said, they're really cheap. They're easy to pick up once you kind of get used to them. If you refer back to our EMF video, we were talking about, how EMF can really kind of screw with you. Mm-hmm. More than once using this box, I've gotten a headache and gotten nauseous from it, and it's because it does put out that EMF frequency.
Yes.
So you're going to want to be careful when you're using an EMF meter around the ghost
And
box.
actually, a lot of the times when you do buy these, and if you buy them from someone who is experienced in it, there will actually be an insert in the box that says that when you use it, you can have specific issues. So you have to take that into account as well, from your physical reaction to your environment during the investigation. So,
You just kind of want to be aware that, if all of a sudden one of your investigators is sitting in a corner crying because their head hurts, it could be because you're having an extended ghost box session. We try to keep ours relatively short, no more than about 10 minutes or so.
if that, yeah.
If that. I think the longest we ever ran it was for like 15 minutes, but that's because we were getting really strong, really good responses, and they were really wanting to talk with us at that time, so... Yeah.
But anyway, hopefully you guys have had a great week, and that this vlog can help you out, and we will see you next week. It's to be determined, so we'll let you know what's up.
I'll see you guys next week. From Pros.
Bye-bye.
Bye.